All right, so tasting a 2009 Woop Woop Shiraz today. And I'll apologize right now in case you hear any screams in the background. That is not a drunk individual. That is my daughter, who is slurping away on a spatula as we speak. So here's why I chose this bottle of wine. I've actually seen it for years, and I've purposely avoided it because of the name. I'm always suspicious of any wine that either has a clever name or a fake animal on the label. I tend to think that it's probably hiding some defects regarding the juice that's inside. However, last week I was needing to pick up a bottle of wine for some friends who are not really serious wine drinkers, so I wanted to introduce them to Shiraz. Figured they probably had never had it before, and this is a relatively inexpensive Shiraz. It's only $12.99 as far as the retail price. So I'm walking by in the store where I normally shop, and there's tons and tons of Shiraz for under 15 bucks. And this one happened to be adjacent to a little shelf talker by Stephen Tanzer, and he gave it 89 points. And I respect Tanzer. I think he's got a good palate, and I think that he gives appropriate scores for wine. So that's why I picked it up. So anyhow, this is the wine. It's been open for a couple of days, so it's definitely opened up, and like all Shiraz, it's got a really nice dark color. What you'll almost always find if you're drinking a Shiraz from Australia is that there's a ton of berry, fruit, a lot of dark color, typically high in alcohol. This particular wine is 14.5%, so it's got a lot of punch to it. But what I liked about this wine that you don't find in most Australian Shirazes is the fact that there is a little bit of that like earthiness to this wine that you normally only get when you have a Syrah, which is same grape but from a different area. Syrahs are France, US, Washington State. Shiraz is only from Australia. So this has that earthiness that I think is really interesting about a Shiraz. It's got that sort of, I don't know, root thing going on. There's a lot of like leaves, there's a lot of leather. It's a much more interesting wine than your typical Shiraz. Ton of body, super juicy, easy drinking, definitely for somebody who's kind of getting interested in red wines. This is a good primer. I would have to say that I think Tanzer was right. This is definitely appropriately scored at 89 points and a good bargain to date.